Hi, welcome to How to Pokemon with Shin Gundam. Ever have your child or your friend ask you like, hey, I have these cards of Pokemon cards, let's play. And you or your friend would say, I don't know how to play, do you? And if you do, you'd be like, well, I really I don't have time for this, or I don't want to learn, I don't have the cards. That's fine. Let me show you actually an official way how to play Pokemon. The fast and friendly, easy way. It's a kid friendly, but let's show you the basics first. Now it's designed as a multiplayer game because it's a family made game, made for family. So if you play one-on-one, of course you attack the person across you. If it's on 3, now the playing card rule is you attack the person next to you. This one attacks that one attacks that one attacks that one. In Pokemon rules, you roll a dice, and then you go 1, 2, or however. Obviously, you skip yourself. I don't recommend a dice because it's possible that he may roll like a 2, and you may roll a 1, and he'll get knocked out right away. So it's kind of unfair. The dice's randomness is... The randomness may not be random. Average, you get a 7 on a die, and if there's a lot of people, the 7th person, the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th person will get knocked out right away. So the dice is actually not as random as people think it is. Now, so basically the easiest way, even Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh, you always attack the person next to you. Always on the left. So that's how it is. Now, what do I need to start? Well, these are official rules by Pokemon. Long time ago, there's this game called Pokemon Rumble. It's a great game. It's family friendly. It's fast. It's simple. Now, you can pick up this game from an online store that costs $40. Now, if you decide to buy it, card per card, each card costs $10. So it's actually better buying, if you buy 4 cards, you're buying the kit already. Now, how come I say, well, you don't need the set? For the most part, if you know about Pokemon, or if you have somebody who wants to play with you, they already have the cards. And this is what you do. Now, a long time ago, there's no such thing as a darkness energy and a fairy energy. Now, if you want to add these color Pokemon, you have to take out the others. So, let's say out of the 7, if you want to play a darkness or a fairy, you have to take out a certain set, and the reason why it affects the dynamics of the game. What do you need to play? Okay. First, you need energy cards. You need 4 rainbow. You don't need that. You can sub it with any card that all of you are familiar with. Let's say you're not playing with darkness. You just sub it with darkness. You don't need to buy this card. A miss. I represent a miss with a Magikarp. It doesn't have to be a Magikarp. Magikarp is just like one of the weakest Pokemon you can have, and that's why I represent it with a miss. And of course, the other basic colors: 4 lightning, 4 fighting, 4 fire, 4 green, leaf, sorry, 4 water, and 4 psychic. And that's your energy deck. Now, for Pokemon, you can use your kid's Pokemon. However, you cannot use anything that attacks, if it says attacks bench. If it has the word bench on it, or it has the word deck on it, you can't be played, because in this version of the game, there's no deck and there's no bench. So let's begin. Now, you shuffle the deck. The proper way to shuffle up Pokemon cards is this way, or any other trading card game. Because the cards are fragile, you can't treat them like actual playing cards. They're not of the same grade. They're not going to make it, and they'll break and your child will cry. Now, so there's the deck. As usual, you flip a coin who goes first. and then you begin. So you pass the deck around. This is the energy card deck. So you draw 4 cards. So let's say I start. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to attack him. I have 2 lightning, 1 any color, and 1 miss. So that's a miss. So I have 1 any color, which means it can be a fighting energy. That's fighting. And 2 of those stars means it can be any color. So I have 1 and 2. So that's 20 damage. Now these are damage counters. You don't have to use these. For the most part, most players use those glass pebbles. So my turn is done. Then you put these back in there. And then he shuffles the deck. And then he draws 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. You flip it around. Now this Charizard. So you get Psychic, Water, Grass, and Lightning. None of those match. He needs at least one fire energy to do anything. So it's a miss. He can't do anything. Now it's my turn. So I shuffle these back in the deck. And shuffle the deck. I draw, again, 4 cards. So I get 2 fire, 2 psychic. I need at least 1 fighting to do anything, so it's a miss. And then you put them back on. And then he draws 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look. Now he has 2 fire and 2 fighting. That's enough to do a heat blast, so that's 50 damage. He's halfway dead, and he's at full power. So you shuffle it back. Draw 4. 1 fighting, and I get 4 total. So that's 1 fighting, and these are any color. So I can do 100 damage plus 50. Oh wait, no, actually no. It's either I do 70 damage because of his power over there, or 100. So I do 100 damage on Charizard. His life is 100. That's 120. He dies. And that's it. See how fast that was and how easy it was? So this is a multiplayer game. All you need is a deck of energy cards, which is the reverse. You need a deck of energy cards and a few select Pokemon that, again, if the card says anything about bench or deck, it cannot be used. I picked these cards too. They're about the same power. You don't want to do a lopsided battle either. Like example, like you don't want them to pick a Magikarp against your Charizard. That's just not right. Just use common sense. It's fast and fun, and I hope you and your family enjoy. Thank you. God bless.